Yo, what's going on, guys? It's SMS back with NFT and me, and we are sponsored by the Lazyverse. Today we're going to be taking a look and talking about BALLOONSVILLE 2.0. Currently just got rugged within 24 hours and been brought back up, and the floor price as of right now, we take a look at that. It was up to like 3.5 yesterday. It's at 2.38 right now. So it was all the way down at like 0.1, probably even a little lower than that. But it has been brought back by Chartfu and Dirty Sock. They worked together and derugged this. They're used to help with Magic DAO. Magic DAO isn't connected to it, but they're helping out with it. They just had an AMA with over 250 people listening in and talking there. And actually, the guy that was actually the rugger, he was active on the first Twitter account, was posting during the first couple minutes of the AMA talking shit. And, fuck that guy, straight up. Dude's a dickhead. He took a lot of money from people, so fuck that guy. Anyway, moving forward. Sorry about the language. Anyway, like I said, he was talking live on there and just kind of talking about Magic Eden. And what he did was, terrible. He was posting pictures of the people and like posting just nasty comments about them. So like, dude's really, really a scumbag, and he messed up a lot of like good things. But the thing is, it was brought back. There's a lot of people that are upset with Magic Eden because they refunded people that didn't sell their NFT. Anybody that sold the NFT for a loss, you sold for a loss. It's just like a stock or a crypto. Like, you sell it because you think it's, it's going down and it's dead, and then it runs back up. You can't get it back. You can't get, oh, I'm sorry, I want some of this back. There's no insurance on that. You sell it, you sell it. I know it sucks. It is what it is. Like, I sold one of my kitten coos and when they rugged, and it sucked because I sold it for like 0.2 or something like that. But I kept a couple other ones and I made some profit off of it. So it goes both ways. You're never gonna, be perfect with investing 100%. So take emotion out of it. Understand that things happen, and when you get into something, you have to accept that it could go to zero. That's like the first thing that we all should know and remind ourselves when we get into these projects. So Magic Eden, they offered the refund. They gave 5K Solana back to the BALLOONSVILLE community wallet, their treasury wallet, and they're allocating all those funds back into the project. So they've got funding behind them. So that's another bullish reason to be in there. A re-rug project typically always does good coming back out because people know the name and people, trust it now. There's more security built into it because they've already been rugged. A double rug would be terrible, but who knows anymore? This is still a very new space, so things are happening so fast that we're trying to keep up as best we can as investors, as creators, as developers and stuff like that. So don't be so harsh on people, like, except for the guy that rugged them. That guy sucks. But anyway, the biggest thing that they were saying, or the questions were, is the roadmap. Where is it headed? Where's it going? They don't have a very clear outlined or even posted roadmap. It's going to be along the lines of Mindfolk, if you're familiar with that project's roadmap and their direction. But what they're looking to do is find the correct developers, the correct mods, the correct community people, the correct marketers. Like, they're trying to find the best people to put into these spaces. They have funds and resources to get them. They're opening up channels in the Discord to get the right people behind them on this project, because the interest is there. The people that want to be part of this are either have held or have bought back in. I personally thought that this was going to do great from the beginning, and when I saw an opportunity to get in, I bought in. And to be completely transparent, I bought in at 2.3. I was trying to get it in from 1.5 or 6 Solana, and it literally ran up that quickly. It was at like 3.3. I could have cut it for a profit and made a Solana on it, but this is a project I think that, after all of this craziness, it might take another dip and I might average down and get another one, just because I think it's a good project that's got a lot of potential. I don't know. And my opinion might change tomorrow, so it's not financial advice. I'm not saying, go ham and buy a bunch of these, but if you get it lower than 2.3, I think that's a good deal. I'm looking at it. If it goes down to 2 Solana, I'll probably buy another one. But anyway, going through the AMA, there was a lot of good questions, a lot of good points. There was actually some guy that's girlfriend got into the project and they got screwed over, and she really was upset about it, didn't want to get into NFTs, and one of the community people on the AMA, offered to give him two of the balloons, because he, I guess, bought a bunch of them and kind of had a feeling that it would be useful to do so. So shout out to that guy. That's awesome to do. But again, like, the guy wasn't asking for it. It wasn't asking for anything. He was just saying that, like, it really sucks what happened. And I mean, it kind of turned off some people that may have been getting into NFTs. But it's a cold, hard, honest truth about this whole space. Is anything can happen, and the worst could happen at any moment. Nobody knows, and that's the worst part, because people see that vulnerability and they act on that, and that's just, unfortunately, that's the way it goes. But do you think OpenSea would have went back and bought back a project and brought it back? So shout out to Solana for even doing that. I mean, I think that says a lot about, or not Solana, about Magic Eden for doing that. I think that says a lot about the Solana ecosystem and then some of the players on there. You're not going to like what they did with the refunding and stuff like that if you sold out, but if you were able to get your refund, that's great. And I don't think anybody actually refunded from what I've heard. So anyway, another thing that they were talking about doing with the Balloonsville 2.0 is, like, as soon as possible, the Honey DeFi staking, where you'll be able to stake your NFT. For the short term, they are planning a native token as well. And they're looking for any and all, quality partnerships that could help build the project and grow. And like I said, this is a project I think is going to do great in the long term. Even in the short term, I think it's going to run up. But I mean, the main things that they need to do is get the roadmap down. They need to execute on the roadmap. They need to come out with white papers and all of that kind of stuff, so they can show all of the tangible things, more or less, that people want to see, and they want to, like, read through it and browse and be able to answer questions off of it. And getting a token, I mean, everybody loves a token. So as long as you're getting a return on your investment, people are happy. And as long as you're showing progress and communicating and being transparent, people are happy. When you rug a project like this, there's no other option but to be transparent, or people won't trust you. So there's a lot of bullish sentiment with this project. I'm excited to be part of it. I'm excited to see where it goes. And we'll see what happens from there. This could be a 10 Solana, 20 Solana project next month. Nobody knows. Next week, there's no telling, because it was at 0.1 less than 12 hours ago, and it's at, what, 2.38? If I refresh this, I mean, I'm going to pull up Magic Eden in a second here, but right now it is at, let's see. Of course, Magic Eden is running slow, as always, but now let's see what it is. It's 2.48, so it's up that quickly. All right, so let's take a dive into it, take a closer look at some of the artwork, and see what's going on with Balloonsville 2.0. All right, guys, I pulled up Balloonsville on Magic Eden. You can see the floor price is now 2.6 Solana. They have a total volume of a staggering 28,842.97 Solana at this time right now. Average sale is 2.94, and there is a total listed count of 801. The crazy thing is, the floor price was rising, the total listed count was rising, and the volume was rising. Like, this is such a crazy project in the way things are going. There's so many eyes on this project right now. So it's just insane. So like I said, you can see the artwork. It's pretty cool. Imagine these things evolving into 3D. I mean, that's going to be awesome to see that kind of stuff. It's a lot of work, but we'll see. You can see the activity, 3, 4, 6, 6, 6. So 9, 10. These things are still moving. People are still buying them. But I want to take a look over on their Twitter. There's a couple different accounts that have some things posted regarding the guy that actually rugged the project, regarding the future of the project. So let's switch gears up a little bit and take a look over there. All right, I saw this account here, and this account basically is just kind of documenting all of the tweets from the original scammer dude, Balloonsville, and everything that he was saying, because he was active the whole time, just kind of being a dick about it and just bragging him. I mean, that's never going to end well for people, so good luck on him. But Chart Food Monkey posted this. Okay, I found a solution to turn Balloonsville into Balloonsville 2.0 and make it better than it was supposed to initially be. Officially announcing the derug of Balloonsville and the start of Balloonsville 2.0, controlled by the Magic DAO. The goal, original roadmap, better, and then more. So there's more to the thread down here. Take a look at that. Burn the Balloonsville NFT. So these are the options. Burn the NFT and get refunded 1 SOL. Stay part of the major community project that's just starting off. Those were your options. They posted them yesterday. Magic Eden will fund the treasury wallet at 5k SOL, which equals to 5,000 NFTs at 1 Solana. The funds are going to be used, and that's where that situation was set up here. And then you could see everybody started commenting in, and this is where a lot of people were getting upset going forward with all of this. So I'm not going to get too deep into that, but that's the main part, is that's where things started turning around. So you had an opportunity at that point. And let's see, this is where Jack Lou from Twitter said Balloonsville just deleted their Twitter. Hey buddy, we traced your account to FTX official. This is the first time that guy deleted his guy. He apparently turned it on and off a few times. I'm working with the law enforcement to share the ID to the police and ICE investigators. You have a lot to improve at Magic Eden, but you're an asshole. The Solana ecosystem don't need you here. So you can see that, and then you can see where he reopened it and closed it. Screen cap of the newer tweets going hysteria. Reopen and closes Twitter again. So basically, this, like I said, is just like a recap of everything. You guys can check it out for yourself and read it, but it's just pretty insane of everything that's been going on, guys. But I do think this project's going to do good. I think it's going to turn itself around with, you know, the community and everybody working together. But we can take a look at the actual Balloonsville now. 2.0. Where are we at? You can check them out right here. Same artwork, same everything, different devs, different, you know, people running the show here that aren't going to scam you, but they're up to 3,037 followers. A lot of interactions on here, so it's still a pretty vibrant community. And let's see, the floor price was 2.6 when we checked. I'm just going to refresh the screen here and just see what it is, just in this short amount of time. And you can see all the support with this. I mean, there's a lot of people that are upset, and rightfully so. Like, I don't blame you at all. But yeah, no, the floor is still at 2.6. But this was what I wanted to show you guys here. This guy got this tattooed before the rug, and everybody was giving him shit. I don't know if he sold or kept it, but it's still hilarious. And I've said this before, if Balloonsville hit 10 Solana, I'll get that same tattoo. You've heard it here, and I'm dead serious. It'd be hilarious. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, guys, that's a recap of everything that's been going on. If you have any other questions, put them in the comments down below. I'll be sure to get to them and answer them. But I think this is going to be a good project. I think things are going to go pretty well from here on out. I think it's got a lot of work, but like I said, you can get yourself a deal right now because it might be twice this price tomorrow when you wake up. You never know with these NFTs, man. It has been insane. Already down 797, so it is. The volume's going to be picking back up, I'm sure. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Thanks for watching the video. I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all the projects that we take a look at. And just to sum things up, I think Balloonsville 2.0 is going to be a great project. I really do feel bad for everybody that's lost money, but it is what it is. That is part of the game, and we need to go into things remembering that you could lose every single penny at any given moment, just because that's the nature of this beast that we're involved in. It doesn't make it better, it doesn't make it right, but when people are trying to pull things together and doing right things to make things right and build this community in the right way, you need to acknowledge that there are other places where this will never happen, where you know, that guy scams everybody and that's the end of it. At least there is something going on here. So that is, you know, the best thing you could take from this, that the community is strong, the community is backing itself up, and those that have stepped up to do what they can, you know, kudos to you. So take care and be safe.